He kind of fell away from family. The focus of his was more centered on him and what he was getting out of life, and his marriage started falling apart, and he finally got to the point where I think he realized that he couldn't go on.
He was staying in a hotel that night, and when he came back, he had drank too much and he could not remember where his room was. So he took his card and he swiped it through every single door going down the hallway, and none of those doors opened. So he decided he was going to sleep down by the pool. He realized he did not want to live this way anymore. He didn't want broken relationships anymore. He didn't want to struggle with getting to work and then coming home at night and dealing with the ramifications of having an addiction. He really cried out to God as he lay next to this pool, and he told God that if I am able to get on with the Milwaukee transit system, I will try my hardest to get sober.
When he first started driving bus, there was the bus people. He always had stories about some of the poor individuals that were on there and the things that they would do. But later, it wasn't about the bus people. It was about the people on the bus and the relationships and the people that would get on and would feel bad when he left or changed routes.
How are you? I got you a card, I got you some coloring books, and there's something else here. You are so welcome.
He kind of filled a void for us in a time when we really needed it. My dad had just passed, and John kind of brought this happiness in our lives when we needed it the most. He started everybody's day out with a big, huge smile, and we all could use that.
He got involved in AA, he got involved in counseling, and he gave sobriety every ounce of his energy.
After he came back and was recovering, he was looking for a place to fit. He came here. He felt at home here. His attitude towards the world changed dramatically, starting here. Elmbrook put out that inviting spirit, and John absorbed that. They asked him to make coffee. He says, I don't know how to make coffee. I don't drink coffee. But he said yes. And he continued to say yes, and everybody he met along the way. He had so many friends here, from people that would just greet him when he walked in the door. Christmas time, he loved wearing his ties, his Christmas ties. He loved the responses that it would elicit in people. And he felt at home here. After he started coming to Elmbrook and after he found Christ, he opened up, and his focus wasn't himself anymore. His focus was on everybody but him. I think that's what really drew people to him. And it didn't matter where he was. He could be at work, on the bus. It wasn't about him. It was about the passenger getting on and greeting them and giving them a good morning. It was about being here at the church and spending his Sunday mornings. He loved coming here and greeting everybody at the doors and spending time with the special people every Sunday morning.
He loved to be here. He would always come, dressed to the nines. And this Sunday in particular, he was in hospice, and he wanted to watch the service live. And he was listening to the worship team practice. And as I stepped away, his daughter had called me a few minutes later that John had passed away to the words, "Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide."